All right, now let's share with you what's happening on the front pages of the papers. We'll start off in East Africa. See what's on the front page of the Daily Nation in Kenya. On the front page of the Daily Nation newspaper, it's been drama. We're seeing here now. It says, payback, Ruto takes on Uhuru. And what exactly is the payback about? With just 2 weeks to the statutory deadline for his predecessor, Uhuru Kenyatta, to leave active politics, President William Ruto and his Kenya Kwanza administration are not taking chances. From reversal of policies to revocation of appointments, the president seems keen to rein in Uhuru. On page 6 and 7, former president says he will not retire from politics and he's staying put. Interesting one there. Kenya Power takes heat, utility firm to incur further 6.5 billion shillings loss on extension of tariff cut. Details on the back page. And trade war puts DP in a spot. We have at the bottom of the paper, verdict. Tribunal wants Masit relieved of duties at IEBC. Court has no time for fair cases. We still have on the front page here, Kenya Power takes, okay, we've taken the story earlier. Another one, just get down to work. Macharia Gaito wonders if the promise of the so-called hustler movement was no more than hot air. And final story, men confront their demons at man cave. You may think they are fine when you see them walking about, but deep down, they seek compassion. They are living in a vortex of confusion in a life riddled with uncertainties. Okay, that seems to be an event. But when I hear man cave, I just think of this room in the house of a man or in the family house where nobody is allowed to enter. It's where the man goes to either play video games. What if you had a man cave?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, actually.
Are you, okay.
But maybe it could be, modified into something else,
like,
in the context, on the Daily Nation. But generally, that's a man cave, a place where, when they say boys, where the boys meet, basically,
Okay.
So regardless of what age you are, you can still do the
boys
things that boys,
And I hope that it will not be a problem with when we decide to have woman cave. Because
I mean, yeah, you can.
Yeah, so that means you have like a 4-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, but what would a woman cave consist of?
A woman cave would, consist of like books and tea. So when my friends come over, we can indulge in the things that make us happy.
Now, what are those things? Books and tea?
It depends. It could be books, it could be tea, it could be movies, it could be. Why are you flaring your nose? If you can have man cave.
Yeah, no, I don't have a problem with women.
We can have our money and petty.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out
what a spa. Do a mini spa in the house and get a masseuse. Masseur to come. No, masseuse, masseur. I'm not. Which one is male? Which one is female again?
Whichever one.
A massage therapist.
Let's move from Kenya to Nigeria now and see what's going on the Punch newspapers. It says their presidential polls. INEC continues results collation despite protests. It's taking more time than Nigerians had expected. And, there's also been a lot of complaints, including from 2 of the major political parties. It says the Labour Party and PDP stage walkout, accused commissioner of bias. Also, Obasanjo knocks INEC, asks Buhari to intervene. Ex-president bent on imposing his candidate, says the APC. That's a shocking reaction from the APC, seeing, of course, what's been happening in the country in the last 48 hours. Commonwealth observers say election largely peaceful, and that's on page 26. U.S. extends visa validity for Nigerians to 5 years. We can also find on the Punch this morning, Kwankwaso wins Kano with 997,000 plus votes on page 28 of the Punch newspapers. And also earthquake in Lagos, but not an actual earthquake, as it is Peter Obi, and of course that's a news. It says Obi trounces Jagaban and others. Tinubu wins Benue, Jigawa sustains popular vote lead. Atiku comes top in Yobe, Bauchi, Gobe. Labour Party clinches Edo. These are the big stories on the Punch newspapers this morning.
All right, let's head over to the next newspaper this morning, the Daily Trust in Nigeria. On the front page of the Daily Trust, the big story says, Commonwealth, ECOWAS applaud poll as Tinubu leads with 6.3 million votes. Obasanjo, APC, PDP clash over call for election cancellation. Abdulsalami's committee sues for peace. We can see the map here that shows how states won in presidential elections. The blue corner or the blue parts refer to the APC. The red is for PDP, black is for Labour Party, and purple is for NNPP. We can see here votes won by major candidates. According to this poll here, 38 for Tinubu, 21 for Atiku, 4 for Obi, and 1 for Kwankwaso. 10 Senate, APC secures 38, PDP 21, and Labour Party 4 seats. This is, of course, talking about the Senate. Please dispel rumor of attack on Igbo traders. There were lots of alarms that were being raised. I also did receive a voice note about attacks happening in the Niru market. I had gotten a few complaints, but some other people had then sent a message to say, oh, they're currently at the market and they didn't see anything of the sort. So we must really be careful, please. If we're not sure, like, don't send people messages if you did not witness that there was actually what do they call it, violence in any area, because this person was sounded out of breath, sounded very nervous and afraid when she sent the voice note, and those things can easily trigger people. On the one hand, you don't want to now be like, oh, I don't know if she's telling the truth. So on the other hand, you want to err on the side of caution and say, okay, there's a possibility that this is happening, and want law enforcement agents to check it out. But well done to the law enforcement agents for being on their feet. Youths attack truck carrying rice to Zaria, steal 29 bags. Wow. US extends tourist visa validity for Nigerians to 5 years. At the top, we have 3 stories. Race to Senate, Autumn, Ayade, Ugwayin, Darius crash. APC wins 40 constituencies in early results. NNPP 12, PDP 14, Labour Party 4, ABGA 1. Final story, Bloomberg, Nigeria bonds rise as Tinubu leads in pivotal election tally. And whilst we're all talking about elections, some children are still languishing in the hands of their captors. 11 schoolgirls of FGC Benin Yarui who have been in captivity for 623 days, and 1 student of Bethel Baptist High School Kujama who has been in captivity for 599 days. These are the reasons why you must vote into office those who you think will not have us having such headlines of counting down the days of captivity of our children. But that's all we can take this morning on the Daily Trust. Let's head to the next paper.
All right, let's move to the Nation. Still in Nigeria this morning, it says here, Tinubu, Sanwo-Olu urge calm in Lagos over election results. And also observers, peace panel, APC, say don't abort election process. Call for caution as PDP seeks suspension of results announcement. APC candidate wins in 6 states. Atiku takes 5, will be 3. Also, Obasanjo under fire for seeking cancellation of poll. We probably need to read, the letter by former President Olusegun Obasanjo again and clarify exactly what he's saying in that letter. Dele Alake, the spokesperson of the APC, says it's tragic that a former president, what would be a statesman, seeks to endanger and derail our democratic process.